Thank you once again. I can't imagine, or maybe I do, but maybe you're getting tired of me thanking you, who I've never met, for tuning in and listening to these 820 podcasts. And again, it's the 820 podcast is really a message of resilience. And it's tied to something I wrote a few years ago called Resilience, the Beauty of Presence. So you can find it on my website, 820podcast.com. But more importantly, these episodes on 820, what I call urgency meetings, they're really tied into my offer to you, my philosophy, my shared philosophy about how to tap into those insights, those impressions, those things you don't have to think about, but I hope you can feel them and then apply them on your own personal journeys. So I'm sharing with you the highlights and lowlights of my journey on this podcast. And again, I offer you no answers, just perspectives that I hope are useful to you, resourceful to you. But again, feel free to take what you can and what you don't need from these 500 seconds, less than 10 minutes out of your day, and just consider them. And if they help, cool. If they don't, cool as well. So today's topic, again, it's going to be inserted into the overarching or underlying sub-genre of the 820 podcast called The Meaning of Love. And if you listened into a couple of other episodes, particularly number 100 with my son, Karan Evan, and with my dear friend and brother, Larry, who really are the initiators, the impetus for these Meaning of Love podcasts or sub-podcasts of my main podcast. But anyway, today's message is me being an engineer by nature and analyst by job. I try to apply or come up with a model or a structure to push along this conversation about the meaning of love. And I wholeheartedly ask you all out there to send in your perspectives, maybe your answers or your approaches that work for you in helping me, maybe others out there who may be looking for guidance, not answers, maybe better questions to guide them internally to what they really want to know about this thing called the meaning of love. So let's get into it today. What's come to me from the inspiration from Larry and Karan is the 6 steps that I'm going to use as maybe my own personal mantra to stay on track or refine that new trail I'm blazing slowly towards understanding love and how to apply it to everyone I meet, not just for the selected folks that I think are worthy. Again, my son Karan and Larry corrected me on that warped mentality, and that's where I am today. So the 6 steps, according to me, the meaning of love. Here's the sequence, the process, and the journey. Number 1, love everyone as a fiercely independent, loyal, and competent/dangerous warrior. Number 2, engage, observe, communicate with respect, being non-resistant, non-attached, non-judgmental, spiritually, and non-physically, and also non-intimately. Number 3, develop the foundation. Repeat 1 and 2. Repeat steps 1 and 2. Then, with that foundational substance from steps 1, 2, and 3, number 4, discover as friends, engage, observe, and communicate with respect. Again, remaining non-resistant, non-attached, and non-judgmental. spiritually, non-physically, still non-intimately yet. On to number 5. Develop the foundation as friend. Continue to engage, continue to observe, continue to communicate with respect. Again, being non-resistant, non-attached, non-judgmental. Spiritually, again, but now physically and intimately. On to number 6. The 6th step. Should step number 5 fail, repeat and return to step 1 for yourself first, and then move on to the others. Again, steps 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, caveat to step 6. Should step 5 succeed, repeat step 4 and continue. Just as review, we're at step 6, but call it 6B. If step 5 succeeds, return to step 4, which is what? Discover as friends again, continue to engage, observe, communicate with respect, remaining non-resistant, non-attached, non-judgmental, spiritually and non-physically, as well as non-intimately at step 4. Of course, then you proceed to step 5, which does now include potentially physically and intimate development of steps 1 through 4. So again, this is not even close or in the ballpark of being PhD worthy of a dissertation, or probably wouldn't withstand a robust spirited argument about what are the steps for the meaning of love. But to me, and take it for what it's worth, this was inspired to me by being educated by my son and by a dear friend of mine for the past 30 years, just having a casual yet very insightful conversations with each of these guys, and led me to reflect on that. And believe me or not, I'm still working on understanding what I had subscribed to as, friend is this, love is that, never twain shall meet. I have hopefully developed some level of understanding my own theories and adjusting them, because they're not fixed and they are perfect, but definitely not flawless. But thank you again for considering these 6 steps to the meaning of love. And I wholeheartedly request you all out there, if you have time, another 500 seconds of your day, to log on to my website, 820podcast.com. Send me your comments, send me your ideas, send me your best perspective on the meaning of love. Until then, stay present, stay current. No matter where you are, it's always 820.